Ahoy,
Ahoy,
everyone.
everybody. Happy Sunday. How's it going today? Oh my goodness, we have an exciting show today. We've in a series of exciting shows.
You know, I like
recently.
to imagine that we're returning from a voyage and everyone's standing on the shore and we're like standing on the bow. Like, ahoy, ahoy.
I have to say, I feel like we're returning from a journey after the epic Disney Habitats challenge that we just did this last week. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it was amazing. And yeah, I just couldn't.
Well, and you know,
believe it.
And right on the heels of that, we hung out with Travis and Corey yesterday too.
That's right. We hung out with Travis and Corey, and we'll talk. We'll talk about
all kinds of things to talk about.
So, let's see. So I feel like we should do. Should we say hello to everybody?
I think we should say hi to our cast of irregulars.
Okay, and then we'll say hi to everybody in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Why not? Okay, so we have our cast of irregulars is here. Everybody, please welcome Season 2 Lego Master to the stream. It's Moto. Hi, Moto.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, you know, just putting stuff together.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll talk about that if you want in a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Next up, we've got somebody who is now going apparently for the Chris Chalice Joel Marbella Many Names Award. Everybody, please welcome to the stream, Princess Tricky Weasel, aka Holly.
Hi, Holly. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, there's been so much conversation about my username, which is H. Walkman is how you say it, or Wachman if you're German, which is my husband's name, and nobody can pronounce it or spell it. And it's too late to change it, so I'm going with my Lego ID, so that Princess Tricky Weasel is my actual, legit, Lego username.
I don't know. I'm feeling the need for a little bit of weasel bounding here. Like, I don't know, just
weasel bounding.
Little
How
ears,
do you do that?
Cute. They have tiny ears.
I'll work on it.
All right, everybody. And now, please, I know she's very excited because we're actually introducing a new feature today.
She's
very excited about. Everybody, please welcome Minifig Chick.
Hi guys.
Big Chick.
And yes, I am very excited.
I thought you might be.
It's been a long time coming. This feature.
Your Lego user ID is way better than mine, Holly. Mine is Assistant Forceful Toucan.
Oh wow, that's
right.
Wow,
and creepy.
It's kind of funny that Tricky's in the name. It just seemed appropriate. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Yeah.
Cara, it's like when your username comes up, it would say this is a very secure username.
So next up, we've got our AEIO. We've got you, and here he is, everybody. Sometimes Blair.
Hi,
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Blair.
How's it going?
Doing all right. How's everybody here?
Good. Mustache is looking pretty epic today.
Ooh, yes.
Very
I
nice.
only basically put on wax for y'all, so, you know.
Oh, wow.
We're honored.
I combed my hair this morning. So.
It's lasting a lot longer when I only put it on once a week.
Right. Y'all are getting the best of us today. Combed hair, waxed mustaches.
Well, back in the day when I used to use all kinds of products in my hair, and I would use Murray's pomade. And it's pretty
fancy.
It's waxy, so it would take it like 2 or 3 days to just get to that perfect quality.
So now I would like to introduce our special guest today. This is a guy that I just discovered within like the last month, and I don't even honestly know how it happened. It just, it's that weird like internet social media osmosis where you just start seeing people's names and you're like, oh, let's see what that's about. And I went and checked out his stream for the first time. He's over on Twitch, and I laughed more than I thought was possible at like a random,
I had to come over to the couch and see what was going on.
Yeah, seriously, it was nonstop. It was amazing. So everybody, please welcome to the stream our very special guest, PanFREDNoodoh.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, Fred.
Hello.
How's it
Nice
going?
to-
Welcome.
Nice to finally meet all of you. I mean, it's kind of weird chatting with you guys via a YouTube chat, but now to actually talk to y'all, it's a pleasure.
Right?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Well, we are so excited to have you here today. I know you've been doing just amazing, hilarious work over on Twitch. So can you actually tell us a little bit about your channel? And I know that you're actually hooked up with a group of other people. You have like a sort of a team, kind of like the raid train thing that we do. If you want to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. It hasn't started that long ago. It was August of last year, in the midst of lockdown, in the brink of complete boredom, but also in desperate need of community. And so I've been a longtime viewer of Twitch, and I started with Twitch just gaming, and kind of just variety gaming. And then about the start of the year, started really getting into just streaming Lego builds. A lot of the community seemed to really enjoy me building sets on stream rather than the games. And so, yeah, that's how it got started. We've been just building the Noodoh house, as we like to call it, our community, our little corner of Twitch, centered around positivity and not judging one another for all of our many opinions, especially on all things geeky and nerdy, including obviously Star Wars, which is all around me here, as you can see. Yeah, as far as being a part of a couple communities, I am part of a stream team called Vader's Fist, and they center around Star Wars video games, and saw that I did a lot of Star Wars Lego on my stream. And so I happened to coin the term the cozy corner of Vader's Fist, in which I'm the only Lego streamer as part of that team. So all of them really enjoy that aspect. But I feel like it's just really bringing a lot of communities together. I'm sure you know this. A lot of you guys know the brick building community that is just growing fairly rapidly on Twitch.
Oh yeah,
bringing in those people, and just integrating them with the gaming community, with the Star Wars community, and what a fun kind of just journey it's been, growing, and integrating all these different communities and just sharing that love of basically a lot of things. So
yeah,
that's essentially where I am.
Isn't it amazing, like in a time when we're not going to in-person conventions, whether sci-fi conventions or Lego conventions, that people have really found a way to connect, like all of these communities, and now the ponds are kind of like the ripples are crossing. It's great.
Absolutely. And it's just mind-boggling. A lot of the time you see in chat, hello from Germany, hello from Australia, hello from New Zealand, and it's like, how often can I communicate with somebody from that far away, and connect with them in multiple ways than just nerding out over the latest Star Wars trailer or what have you, and to just connect on a personal level with someone you probably would never in a million years cross paths with. So to be able to have this opportunity through Twitch, through YouTube, through social media, like you said, without the typical ways of communicating with people like cons and whatnot, is super fun. It's probably the thing that keeps me going, the thing that keeps me streaming on a regular basis.
Yeah, I agree, and I would imagine everybody else sitting here right now would say the same thing. We've been doing this Sunday stream for a year or so now, and I still can't believe they show up every week and hang out to talk to us some more. It's so great, and yeah.
Where else would we go?
And everybody in the chat too, come and have been sticking with us for a long time. So, and speaking of that, I wanted to say, let's say hello to everybody who's in the chat here.
Wow, it's a long list.
I was trying to get to my participants list, and it was showing up as an extremely short list. And I know there's more people than this here. So if you we're about to say hi to everybody. So make sure you get a hello in the chat so your name shows up. I want to make sure. Alex23 is here. Apples is here from Europe. The Barbarian King. I love that name so much. Brickanisa is here. Brickaroo Bonsai. Brickworm is here. Bubs and Lava Bat. Sorry, Bubs. Chris second jab done early. Chalice. Yay. Awesome. Congratulations, Chris. Darren Siegfried is here. Fabufan MKE, The Greebling Wizard, Heather Mraz, Hooded One, Jake Sadovich is here, Jedi Rob Will Travel Marbella, Johnny Cat, King Saru the 13th, which I think is a new name we've seen here before. Welcome. I believe that's one of Fred's friends there. Hi and welcome. And to everybody who is new here, came along to see Fred hang out with us today, welcome to you. We're so glad to have you here. Thanks so much for coming and supporting. Yano River Blue is here, and Yano and I have something cooking up for you later in this week that I think you're going to be really excited about. Just saying. Marilyn Parmley is here in the Parmley's. Hi, Marilyn. And Stephen David, if you're there. Let's see. Matthew builds bricks. Minifig Chick. Monarch. Monica Berry. Ms. Slow Brickta. Orange Bricks. Patrick Wismer, Pete W., Phil Carlton. Woo, it's a long one today. Rob Ketcherside, Robin Eklund, Shane Levan is here. Hi, Shane. And Steve is here. There he is. Steve right there. WGJL Builds, Wilfred, bonsoir. And, of course, Kim Zerkino and Zach Martinez. Hi, everybody, and welcome. We always like to...
At a certain point, it's going to take us half the show to say hi to everybody.
Hey, if it fills time, I'm okay with that.
On my video editing software, I listen to things back in double time, so we could just be like those fast-speaking commercials.
Right. I think Boone knows that guy. We were just talking about that the other day. Or Boone can actually do that. But he can do that. He can do the really quick talking thing.
Oh, and I see Gabriel Cabral is here. Hi and welcome. Another new name I haven't seen before. Awesome. Oh, and of course, if you are here and you're enjoying the show, please hit that like button. It's just that little thumbs up down there below the video. And if you're new and would like to come see us some more, you can hit that subscribe button. That's also below the video. And see us when we're here. When are we here? Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays.
I'm loving the colorful backgrounds with Fred and Blair and Minifig Chick with paint pushers paintings. They're very colorful.
I know. I'm digging this color blocking stripe here in the middle. We all have to up our lighting, colored lighting game. Those are so awesome.
Coming. We have plans.
Hey, so real quick. We are, as you know, we just finished this Disney Habitat Challenge. And I know a lot of you, actually, I'm trying to get my Instagram up here because Jen sent me the final numbers.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to share those with y'all. Let's see. So here's the final numbers for the Disney Habitat Challenge. We had 564 individual habitats.
Holy cow.
Wow.
134 participants.
How many? 134?
134 participants from 21 different countries around the world. 77 total stacks of were posted. Mm-hmm. And we showed 71 of them, which means almost everybody who posted a stack sent their picture to us to show on the show on Friday, which is amazing.
We got through them all.
And we got through them all. And then she said, and some more stats. There were 75 Pixar habitats, 87 Star Wars, 89 Marvel, and 313 like Disney, like straight Disney themed. That's crazy. I can't believe it. What an amazing. Turnout for that. Just incredible.
Yeah. That was cool.
Community. Community. And speaking of community and turnout, yesterday we were on a YouTube relay stream raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation with our Lego Masters brother Travis, who is raising money for his campaign for LLS Man and Woman of the Year award. And we raised over $2,000.
Yeah, then they doubled their goal.
Yeah, the original goal was 1,000, so we like doubled and went over our secondary goal. So that was really exciting. Lots of
awesome
good times there. All right, so I think it's time for pins, y'all.
Okay.
Everybody ready for pins?
Yes.
You got it.
Because Kara is always ready. Like Kara, I believe that Kara just has the pin in her hand, like when we go live, and she's just ready whenever. So why don't we go first to Kara?
All right. So I have the Hollywood Terror Hotel, and his arm moves.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
That's great.
Yep.
This would be one of Paint Pusher's pins.
Absolutely. More goofy.
Very good. Oh, and I forgot to say, sorry, everybody, while we're doing this. Speaking of challenges, we're going to announce the new challenge today, but we made a poll with 2 ideas, and we several times in the chat there's a link. You can go over there and vote, and then in a little while, we'll check the votes and see which challenge we're going to do for our next 2-week challenge. A little less than 2 weeks now. All right, Blair, what have you got for us today?
Well, Star Wars was the theme of the day, so I'm circling back around to my awesome Rebel Pride Alliance pin.
Yay. That is awesome. I know I was looking for my pink Stormtrooper pin earlier, and I couldn't find it, so I picked something else. But awesome. Holly.
Yeah, I'm running low on pens. So I actually picked this one up thinking I couldn't place it. I didn't even know what it was. I was like thinking it was a Tron pen or something. But it's actually it's a CGraph pen because I go to these CG graphics conventions for work. This is from 2007. But it was just a cool pen. So
the Tron meets Metropolis.
Just kind of in the bottom of the box there.
That's very cool. Some of the best things fall to the bottom of the box.
Totally.
Well, you never know what might show up in your mailbox.
It's true. So, Fred, I'm sure you have something. What have you got for us today?
Absolutely. It was very difficult as a Southern Californian native and someone who lives fairly close to Disneyland. I have naturally become a pin collector. But definitely with the Star Wars theme, I figured it would be best to pick out. Let me see if it.
Yeah,
nice.
Awesome.
Focuses there with this X-Wing pilot Mickey right there. So,
cool.
As someone
Very
that likes to cosplay as an X-Wing pilot as well, it's always fun to integrate the two, right?
Yeah, you got to check out Fred's Instagram because the pics of him in his outfit are just like amazing. Now, did you make that yourself?
It's different parts. There are parts that I had to really assemble. So I have both a TIE pilot and an X-Wing pilot cosplay. So different. A lot of it is bought from just different places. Some of it is assembled like the TIE pilot chest piece, just to make it fit like custom to my body. But as far as making adjustments to the flight suit, making sure my arms aren't flopping around in it or what have you. Yeah, it's definitely something I've had to work on. But doing it mostly in hopes to join the 501st costuming club in which their stuff is movie accurate. So that's
wow.
So essentially, that's why it's as I guess legit. I guess as they look.
Wow, so it sounds like the Ren Fair of Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where there's the costuming people who are like, you better have sewn your costume by hand with thread from the 1800s, because if you didn't, it's not authentic.
Yeah, not up to standards, right? Exactly. Yeah,
and I know just from different times. Well, I would think that Moto, Blair, and Minifig Chick at least understand how important it is that your cosplay be something you can actually walk around in.
Oh, heck yes.
Very much
And
so.
you've done cosplay too, right? I think I've seen you in costumes, Holly, or
Me?
pictures. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I call it cosplay. I have made costumes and worn them.
You've made some pretty
Close enough.
costumes,
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
say. But all right, well, actually, we've sidetracked here. Moto, do you have a pin to share with us today? Yay! A cookie pin is always
Love it.
welcome.
Yeah.
Love me some clicky. I know. Wow, 2 Lego Masters Season 2 contestants on the screen at once, everyone.
Crazy.
Amazing. Okay, and so I guess it's our turn. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
For no important reason at all, I'm featuring Robot Chip.
I love
I
Robot
love that.
Chip.
Cute.
He's still very polite.
And in honor of Fred and his Star Wars obsession, if I may call it that, I've got my Poe Dameron. I don't think he's going to focus there.
You got
No, come on, man! Don't do this to me. Come on, Clicky. I need your help.
There he is.
Hey.
Help me, Clicky. You're my only hope. There we go.
very nice.
Awesome, Poe Dameron.
Love it.
All right.
Although I'm getting some Harrison Ford.
There's a little Harrison Ford vibe in that pose, and yeah, there's
When it was blurry, it could have been a Guess Who, and it would have been a toss-up.
right.
True.
Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. So, well, I got to do
That's
a
a whole
little
thing,
behind.
right?
It is a whole thing, and I got to do a little behind the scenes. So, everybody, don't forget to sign up, vote in the poll, please. That I posted the thing in there, or the link to it. It's to pick what our next challenge is going to be. And right now, I'm trying to grab something to share with everybody
I
to
got
look
some,
at.
actually.
What have you got? What have you got?
Moto, you made reference to a project you're working on right at the top of the show. Is that something you want to say something about?
You guys should have caught the first around the 5 to 8 minute mark yesterday's show. But yeah, I've got this big, beautiful.
right?
Yeah, I got this big, beautiful balloon that is now in like a million pieces and slowly coming back together.
Wow, like an archaeological dig. We've assembled so much of it. It was really smash.
Parts of it, but yeah, it's today I've got all my tub of little chunks that exploded when this thing hit the floor.
I screamed out loud when that happened.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
It was
Same.
Yeah, I held it up and I know exactly what happened. The top connector for the device ripped, and so the whole balloon went smashing on the ground. And
Okay, and can I just say, in the most absolute Moto move ever, I'm texting with him later, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that happened. Oh my God, that must have been awful. And he's like, I'm so glad I got it caught on camera, so now I can rewind it and see where it was structurally unstable.
Yeah.
It's like, that's our Moto. It was
yeah, put it on 1/10 speed and just watch the frames, and I could see exactly where it ripped out. So that's going to get the strengthening.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to rip something apart, make sure it happens on camera so you can see. Because I didn't know where it came apart. All I knew is it just blew up and just going back 10 times, and yep, that's exactly where I need to fix it.
Yes, it was like the sound of the 60 people watching that screaming silently.
It was the Alderaan. It was the Alderaan of Lego. Yes, there was many voices screaming into the void. Unfortunately, I lost a couple toe balls along the way. They're completely shot.
Wow.
Yeah, they shattered out, but it's okay. It's just a big jigsaw puzzle. That's what I'm telling myself.
That's like Amy DD says, iteration.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Iterations.
It's always faster the second time.
Yep.
And even faster the third.
Maybe.
So now, Fred, I understand you are a big fan of Star Wars, but you are also a big fan of Marvel.
Ooh, good.
And I also see that you are a big fan of Funko Pops because you have a bunch of them there. We'll get to that a little bit later. But I want to get everybody's on the panel's reaction to this. But Fred, I'm going to let you go first. So this is a thing that's happening. The Infinity Gauntlet model is it's sort of in the line vein of the busts that they're doing lately, and they did the Batman cowl, they did Darth Vader's helmet, like there was a bunch of different stuff. But
Wow, it's like someone found a genie lamp and said gold.
I know, just drum like a gold on everything gold.
I'm here for it. Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know the price on this yet?
This is a review from, by the way, we are using Brickset right now, has done their review on it, and that's what we're looking at. I don't see a review. I don't see a price yet, but we'll look at that in just a second. But I can't imagine it's going to be cheap. I mean, most of those are, I think, in like the $100, $75 to $100 zone. But I
for
could be
all
wrong
that
about
gold.
Mhm.
And check out those.
Yeah, if
jewels.
somebody wants to look it up, I would. That would be awesome. But yeah, and look at those jewels. So, what do you think, Fred? Is this going to be like a day one purchase for you?
100% going to be. The only Infinity Gauntlet I really have, let me grab it, it's right here within arm's reach actually, is the Sipper from Disneyland. And so that'll be a nice collection, a nice piece to add to the collection. But I've really been enjoying all these kind of sets that are more of display pieces that are geared towards collectors like myself. I've built the TIE Pilot helmet and the Boba Fett helmet on stream, and so having those and kind of seeing that now they're really crossing that into Marvel has been super fun. But it'll definitely be a very eye-catching piece with all that gold, and so I'm stoked.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's really quite cool. I mean, and again, like I appreciate the Infinity Gauntlet. I love the movies, but for me, this is almost just more of like I can't wait to go shopping on Bricks and Pieces.
Yep.
And but I love it. And
I mean,
love
honestly,
it
it's going to be cheaper to just buy the set than it is to get
Yeah.
all the
And that will be
you'd want.
$69.99 for a
Yeah.
590 piece replica.
Oh, okay.
How many are gold?
Well, there's a lot of dark tan underneath, so it's going to be a lot of that surface stuff is the gold lacquer.
Yeah.
You can see most of the brick in the middle is going to be dark tan, which is cool. I love dark tan too. So
Me too.
it'll be a nice
Those
mixture.
quarter round macaroni tiles around on the back of the hand there to make that oval.
Yeah, and we've seen the corner and the shield, like the chevron shapes. We've seen those in the Monkey King Warrior mech.
There's some curves, different kinds of curves.
Yeah, the big macaroni tiles, and I love that I don't know, we call them spaceship parts, like the front, the sort of little curve,
The wedge slopes
on the wrist. Yeah, the wedge slopes.
Mhm.
Really, really cool. But yeah, and Zebo Bricks said he was gonna rearrange the colors. I was like, yeah, that's like a pride glove right there. You just totally like rearrange the colors a little bit. You've got yourself Infinity Pride.
So you could change your like snap to the universe to be like 2 snaps.
Yes.
Oh man.
See, you can bring it all back.
And the snap just makes everybody fabulous.
Yeah.
Right?
It makes me wonder, especially with the box art, it makes me wonder if they're going to do a Thanos bust to scale, which would be interesting.
Ooh.
Or at least it would be weird if they did a bust that was the same size as the other ones, because then the Gauntlet would dwarf it. But that would be a cool big purple parts pack.
I kind of wish that they had just gone this direction instead of the busts. Like the busts are have always been a little bit weird to me. There's just something that seems a little off about them, because it's really hard. As any builder knows, to try and recreate like a face with Lego always looks a bit off. So I think it would have been cool had they have done, a Lego built Batarang, instead of the bust, and they did this.
Right. Well,
could have gone that direction. The lightsaber, done a lightsaber.
I was just going to bring this up, but Joel beat me to it. Yes, Debo Bricks did a Thanos head over the weekend that is absolutely fantastic. And Fabby Fan MP is building a bust right now. Wait, did I get it confused? Are you both?
No, that's right.
Sorry if I got that wrong. Apologies. I know one of them is. I'm sorry.
No, they both did. So Devo did, and Fabby Fan MKE is.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Whew. I gotta say, over the last week, I looked at so many things on Instagram because of the Habitats challenge that I have. It's all starting to run together.
Who else made a really great Infinity Gauntlet? And I can't think whether we saw it with them at Bricks Cascade or Bricks LA, was Corey Sams.
Mm-hmm.
Made a full wearable Infinity Gauntlet that looked great.
Yeah,
he was letting really kids put it on.
That's right. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Well, so yeah, there you go, folks. That is the Infinity Gauntlet that's going to be coming out. Everybody is Twitter over this new model, and so okay. So next up, by the way, I put the link in the poll again. Let's see where we're at. Actually, let's see where we're at with the poll.
Oh, it's not even neck and neck.
It's not done yet, but we're gonna see. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so currently with 38 votes total, we have Wheels, build something that incorporates wheels is currently in the lead over Brick Built Self-Portrait. Those are your two choices: Brick Built Self-Portrait or Wheels, build something that incorporates wheels.
Still anyone's game.
It's still anyone's game. It's early yet. Don't forget to vote. All right.
Blair, what do you think about the Infinity Gauntlet? Like, I think of you with wearables. Well, that's not.
Yeah, I'm excited about the colors, especially since there have been multiple items on Bricks and Pieces that were only 2 cents for the bananas, for the pentagonal tile and stuff. And every time I've bought like 200 of them, which is your maximum, to do something big with. And I know a lot of other builders have too. So to have an increased variety of that color to come around, I think it's going to be amazing for castles. And so many steampunk builds and stuff like that are going to benefit from it. So I'll probably be picking one up at least for the parts, just because it's such a pretty color. I mean, we haven't got access to chrome anymore, and it's kind of the closest thing is the shiny painted bricks. Mm-hmm. So I'll take it. I'm excited. Not only is it a cool, like Holly said, something different, to reference these awesome franchises that they have access to outside of just doing a face. By the way, Devo Bricks, love the texture on your Thanos chin. It looks really awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
But something different, Hey,
Mel.
Different offering. And
I know Mel's gonna pick it up.
That life-size hand, to see it articulated in the model too. That's a really cool option that they've added in. So, plus I love dark tan. I'm doing a bunch of stuff with dark tan right now. So to have more of that, hopefully some new pieces in that variety as well, would be really cool.
Well, and of course, as with any time there is a model of a hand with articulated fingers. It's going to be about 3 minutes. Actually, no, it's going to be about 2 seconds before somebody posts a photo of it flipping the bird
off.
right?
Yeah.
With a thumbs up.
A thumbs up it was what he was going to say.
I don't think he was.
PG.
This one, the one that's really hard to put up. This one.
Yeah.
That one's tough.
You have to
that
do
would
that.
be hard.
Well, there's a bunch, but
Well,
what's going to come first. I'm just saying.
Which is honor.
Did anybody else see the fully robotic humanoid hand that somebody made
I
and
saw
posted
that.
recently? Oh my gosh, that thing blew my freaking mind.
They said
With
it was
all the
90
perfect
hours.
rings and everything.
Seen that before.
Yeah, and they were able to do it and keep all the parts slender too, which is really like when I start mechanizing things, it's hard for them not to get super chunky.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
You know, we can't have a piece the size of our whole room.
It's true.
You can't?
You've tried it.
Again.
So Fred, I'm interested. At this point, how many Star Wars Lego sets do you own?
Ooh, I don't think I've ever counted. That's a good question.
Okay, so all right, here's a question. I know you've just recently started streaming Lego, but how much long were you into Lego before you started streaming about it? Was this always a thing for you, and then you suddenly decided to start streaming about it, or was it just like, hey, this is fun? Oh, and also I can maybe stream it.
You know, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was as serious of an addiction. I think it's. I'm sure you guys know. Once you kind of build one thing, two things, you just can't stop. It was an occasional thing, especially when it came to building sets that were, that correlated with, things that I like at the time. But it's definitely been a childhood thing. All my childhood, kind of just playing with Lego. It was one of the toys that my parents would pick up because it just forced me to be creative. And it was kind of an educational toy as well. And so that's definitely where it started. Obviously, with a lot of AFOLs had that the Dark Ages. But I feel like as far as being into Lego, I would say it's definitely been a lifelong thing, but hasn't been ultra serious until probably just within the last 2 years or so, especially with all the Star Wars stuff that they've been coming out.
Do you catalog your sets?
I don't. That'd probably be something I should do.
Probably should, especially if you're kind of relatively new to collecting and all that. You'll be happy that you do it along the way. So I use Brickset. I think most people use Brickset.com for cataloging. Makes it so I could tell you how many Star Wars sets I have, but I'm not gonna.
Right. Far down the road.
Yeah,
I think it would be.
Yeah. Especially after this last year, because when we first started doing this stream, we were building sets, and we were building sets like daily. We were streaming 7 days a week in the beginning, and just building. We have so many, I don't even know. Like, we've gone through so many of them. Oh my goodness.
I'm curious. I haven't really thought about it in this way before, except to see how our dining room has changed. But for Fred and the panel, how has your storage changed? Like, you used to store books on shelves. What do you think, Fred?
I say it almost every day. My largest problem is not trying to get my hands on sets, or even I guess at this point affording sets. It's where the heck am I going to put them afterwards? And so what used to be bookshelves in Blu-ray shelves, which let's be honest, who actually opens up a Blu-ray or DVD these days, has turned into I'm not gonna lie. I do occasionally. But that's why they're still there, along with now a bunch of Lego covering all of them.
Right.
So, and just this display with what used to be just Pops has Lego all over them as well. So it's just everywhere. I feel like I can't look anywhere in any room at this point and not see a Lego set basically being displayed or anything like that. So I definitely in dire need of more storage at this point.
Indeed. Well, now, Holly, what about you? Well, you've kind of got your dedicated room, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, it's still there's no such thing as enough space or storage. Yeah, so I can't say it's
Moto. You have a barn.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I could see him maxing it out though if he was really motivated.
Motivated.
It's
He's
good.
always motivated.
I'm always motivated. It's going to take some work, though.
I
Yeah,
could see Moto building an elevator, just going up. Just added a couple stories to the barn.
Funny thing,
Bin.
Richard and Flynn. There is a second story above the garage that is a massive A-frame second story loft. And right now, it's only accessible through a hay door where you have to go up this rickety ladder across a roof and then jump across a gap and get in.
Ooh.
But I'm going to cut a hole and put in a staircase going up to that level because that whole upper level is currently not used for anything. So all the non-heat sensitive stuff's probably going to go up there. But yeah, I didn't realize, but I could expand. We went up there. Smaller director and I went up there this weekend to put some, I don't know, we're going to just throw some boxes in there. He's like, wow, Dad, this is a whole house. I'm like, okay, buddy, here we go.
Very cool. Oh,
But we're going to try it out. Yeah.
What about you, Blair? How's your Lego storage treating you? Have you had to move anything out to make room?
I think there's some stuff that I might have to let go just because I don't really need it. I've been able to loan my Duplo collection to our neighbors whose daughter is now old enough at this point to play with it. So I got to witness her first Duplo experience, which is always such a joy. And that's it's just great to be able to pass some stuff along. I'm getting some bulk ready to send to a fellow AFAL's grandkids. And yeah, my studio's a mess. I have Lego on multiple tables and surfaces on the inside, and then there's my daughter's stuff, which is everywhere. And yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, especially with as small as our house is. But seeing Lego everywhere and all the wonderful color and creativity it brings is, it's the best kind of mess, in my opinion. I mean, it drives my wife crazy, but
Agreed.
What about you, Cara? Now, we all know you have a very small apartment. Oh, you're muted, I'm afraid.
Muted because I'm playing with bricks. We have a 1-bedroom apartment in San Francisco, which means it is small. And Lego is not the only hobby we have. So, there's Lego literally everywhere. Now, let's see. I have gotten rid of a whole bunch of shoes to make shelf space for more Lego.
priorities.
The next
Who
thing
needs
to
to
go,
walk?
I'm going to go through my handbag collection. So there's going to be some handbags going.
Oh, well, just
after
store
that,
the Lego in the
who knows?
handbags, and then it's a storage system.
like color coded.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you just need one pair of shoes to traverse the Lego.
Exactly.
Anyway.
You're all good.
Well, and certainly, with this pandemic situation, my lifestyle has become extremely simple. Yoga pants and sneakers if I have to go out. Otherwise, I'm just like cuddled up under a blanket. So, yeah. I don't need very much anymore as long as I can stay home. But,
everyone,
guys, it's time.
I was just going to say, that was what I was just leading into, everyone. It is that time of the day. It's time for the pause that refreshes. That's right, everybody. It's Logan Cookie It's
Hi, pal.
Yay. Here. He's doing his seagull from
Logan.
Tongue out of the mouth. Okay, can you catch one?
Oh, yeah, good boy.
Good boy.
Good to see you. One more. Let's get one more.
Okay, here we go.
It's a special day.
We're gonna touch your
Uncle
nose
Fred's here.
today. Good boy.
Yay!
Yay.
Progress.
Yay, Logan. All right. Splashy and Splishy and Splashy are both here today. Very
Brimming. They're brimming with
They're
excitement.
brimming with
They're
excitement.
brimming with excitement.
And of course, Skittles, everyone's favorite puppet dog, is here. Who knew? Oh, we've got. Is that a donut? What is that donut? Robot?
It's a donut Mac.
Does it shoot donuts?
That is amazing. I can't even believe that.
Yeah, so it's with the new Citizen Brick donut heads. I'm making a food mech team.
Very good.
Seen those?
I want a
Go
donut neck to
shopping.
come to
That's
my
awesome.
house.
That's so good. All right, and let's say hi to Skittles real quick. We got to get the Skittles cam. Hi, Skittles.
Hi, everybody.
Yay, Skittles.
All right, everybody, and that was Logan Cookie Time. Always a good time.
She's
Cool.
not feeling well today, so I'm glad that she came for her treats. Good girl.
All right, so Fred, question for you. Well, this will be a question for everybody, but specifically Star Wars, Fred. Is there now Lego Star Wars has covered a lot of ground, and it's also covered a lot of the same ground over and over again. So I'm curious, is there a particular Star Wars movie or scene or, to you, iconic thing that they haven't made yet that you would just love to see them make, that if they made it, you would be standing at the, outside the Lego store before they open in a line to get?
When you initially asked that question, it was so difficult because you're right. Lego has definitely made a lot of Star Wars sets, even some obscure ships that you only see barely once in a movie or even show. But I've really been digging the larger scale kind of feature that the Mos Eisley Cantina has given. So I think as someone who's a fan of the ships, being having the Rebel pilot and TIE pilot cosplays, I think something like a Rebel hangar, like an Echo base, larger scale hangar, because I know they've had like a smaller kind of play set Echo base on Hoth set, but a larger scale, like in that size, a Yavin base, Rebel base. In that kind of scale, I think would be really, really cool. I know as someone who intends to mock in larger scale one day, those are definitely things that are in the back of my mind. Like I would really like to do something like that, but in set form, I think would be really cool. Kind of the Mos Eisley-esque kind of style, I guess.
Yeah, they tried to do the Hoth. I mean, the Hoth base was technically a UCS set. It just wasn't very ultimate.
Mm-hmm, right. Yeah, definitely not.
So, Holly, is there? No, it doesn't have to be Star Wars. Like, let's say your preferred non-Lego IP. So anything that's not like Ninjago or City or Friends or whatever, or whatever. Include those. Is there a Friends set? Like, what is a Lego theme that you really, really like that you'd be like, gosh, I really wish they would make an.
Yeah, for a while there, I was on the same page as like longing for a really nice like UCS Cloud City set. That was the one I was like really like begging for a while, and then they finally did it, and then I never even built it. So, because display space, right? And they did the 1989 Batmobile because that was another one where like I was really, really disappointed with the UCS, the original UCS Batmobile. never even. It's like the one Batmobile I don't even have in my collection because I hated it so much. So yeah, there you go. I'd buy that.
With all the costumes.
Yeah, with like the OG Boba Fett. Yeah.
Well, and if for no other reason than that, then we would get a B. Arthur minifigure, and I would be all over that. That would be amazing.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Now, Moto, I know you're not necessarily a set collector, but is there a Lego set that you would like to see made? Something you would be like, now that would be amazing, and I would go get it immediately.
I'm trying to think of all the UCS sets out there. I think they cover most of everything. I've never seen a UCS Cloud City pod, the red pods.
Mm-hmm.
That's been.
I don't think anybody would buy that because it's too obscure. I would like to see. What was that?
I mean,
That's
if it
a
was
joke,
all
right?
in that special orange,
Yeah.
Yeah,
People would buy that.
I would like to see something from the animated series. So Star Wars Rebels, like the Ghost, a UCS Ghost would be incredible. I would like to see a UCS Mandalorian fighter that was featured in those. That was also in the Mandalorian in the background. Something along those lines would be really cool. Also, Star Wars Resistance, the ships they use to fly the races are pretty slick, and they've never done anything with that animated series either. So I think a lot of these Filoni animated series that led into the Mandalorian and stuff like that would be something really interesting, like a Thrawn. A Thrawn fig would be epic.
They have a Thrawn fig.
Do they?
Yeah, there's a Thrawn fig.
Okay.
Very cool. All right, Blair, what about you?
I'll look up the set and tell you what it's in. Or somebody else, I guess.
It doesn't have to be Star Wars.
well, I don't know. Let's keep it with the Star Wars theme. It's it makes it a little bit more specific because if you say like I could choose anything, I mean I want neo '90s space stuff really badly.
That's the right word.
But with Star Wars, I'd say I think it would be cool in a more traditional style if they did like a Forces of Destiny line, which would be really fun to give a lot of like femme power. And it could just be some small play sets, and it would just give a chance to get some of those female characters showing off how awesome they are. And there's some characters in that don't get a lot of minifigure or, like Lego screen time necessarily. So like more Leia, Ahsoka, and et cetera. Like there's just so much cool possibility there. But if we were going to go kind of more the Infinity Gauntlet route, there have been so many amazing mocks of weapons and accessories from Star Wars that I would personally be more interested in having and displaying and have space for in my world than the big ships. Like, I love them. I love looking at them as sets, but I don't have the finances or the physical area to have a UCS ship for the most part. So if they did a lightsabers line, if they had Han's blaster, these kinds of things that are prop replica size, that would be super duper cool. And I know I've gotten to handle a few mocks from other AFOLs who have built them, and they're just such a fun thing to have. And you can build them really sturdily now with the amount of parts variety that we have, so they could actually be used in like a cosplay way, and you could have lightsabers that were built in a fashion that had end caps on them, so you could hang them off of a belt, and you could have Han's blaster and like actually play with it. I know that there's some gray area there with Star Wars and Lego and guns and all that stuff, but like I think that they would be really awesome sets and fit very nicely in their new kind of collectibles line.
Awesome.
Well, blasters are so uncivilized, but a saber is a civilized weapon. So
There
I can see
you
it.
go.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a
Nice
good
one.
blaster decide, Moto.
Kara, what do you think now? I think of everyone here besides maybe us, you are the least Star Wars universe savvy. So what do you think? You don't have to pick Star Wars, but you go right
Okay,
ahead.
so first I'm going to count all the Star Wars sets that we own. 0. So that's a starting point. Yeah, it's not something. I mean, Now, if there was Star Trek, I would be all over that every day,
Oh,
day
yeah.
one from top to bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would be
Right.
in line for that.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but that's clearly not going to happen anytime soon. So, wow, gosh, I don't know if there's anything that like. Oh yeah, Joel is actually reminding me that I am in fact wrong. I do have one Lego set
Oh, the Bantha, the brick
with the
built
Bantha, but I'm turning the Bantha into Snuffleupagus.
That's awesome.
Okay, so it's you're right. I totally forgot about that because I already think of him as Snuffy and not a Bantha. So
Did you see Yano's suggestion for a brick built Leia wig? I'm assuming with the buns.
Well, now
that would be cool if it was like you could put it on. I would almost go there.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
Okay, I have one.
yeah. What's that?
I have
Go for
one that I absolutely want to see. I want to see Endor with mini dolls.
Yes.
Oh, and
You're right, Will.
the UCS Bantha suggestion makes
Yeah, if they did the Ewoks like they did the trolls or like the goblins like style would be pretty awesome. Now, so mine is
Oh, Holly's not feeling it. I'm so about really. You don't want to see like
No, that hurts. No.
mini doll, Darth Vader.
come on, don't be like that. All right, so mine would be
Well, friends are always saving animals. They're just saving the Ewoks.
That's
Sure.
what I'm
No.
so I would like to see. So you may have seen they are now doing brick buildable minifigures. They have right now. There's Harry Potter ones, and there are Star Wars ones coming down the line. I want the OG Princess Leia with the buns, buildable, large size minifig. Now that would be definitely like I would get that immediately.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, endless possibilities.
And the call for the UCS creatures, that's also something I've thought about too, which would be cool. Like if we had bigger brick built versions of things like the Rancor or a Dewback and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would they be great
A
for
Wampa.
parts, a Wampa,
Yeah.
exactly. And you could build them and have them take up shelf space. I mean, they don't all have to necessarily like scale together, but just to have them be bigger and built. Yes.
See, Debo Bricks gets it.
With
I
the
think it would have to be
Stormtrooper
called, like,
drum kit.
What would it be
Yeah.
called?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Livy's version would be epic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Wait, and it would have to be called something like Star Wars. Oh, dang it! Now I had it right on the tip of my tongue, and now I forgot.
something rescue.
Yeah, and Endor Ewok Rescue or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a friend set. It would be totally what it's called.
Hey, Moto.
Yeah.
Moto. There you go, right there. You see it? There it is.
Oh, there it is. There's Thrawn.
Very cool.
I haven't even opened it. Now that I know how much he's worth, I
Interesting.
guess I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Find out.
all right. So speaking of worth of minifigures, do you like
I
that
love
one?
you so much.
What a segue.
We have a new feature. So for a long time we've been doing sticker set show and tell. Well, we're switching things up for season 2 of the TrickyBricks Build and Chat because we've gone through a lot of stickers, and frankly, I can't lift the binder anymore because there are so many. So
We're going to start using our stickers.
Yeah, we're actually we're moving to a new feature, which is minifig show and tell, and which is something that I know we all have a lot of. So this should get some good mileage, and we should get some good mileage out of this one. So let's start off with our special guest today, Fred. What have you got for us?
I had to keep it in line with Star Wars, and I love that Blair brought this up. But showing love to some powerful female Star Wars character.
Yeah.
We've got the Ahsoka minifigure here that I just am truly in love with from the recent AAT set. So that's what I've brought here. So the Laku, the Montrals just looked fantastic, and then just the color of the orange just really pops. So we've got Ahsoka here.
Very nice choice.
Yeah,
sir.
That's the best rendition of Ahsoka that we've seen so far. It's
Absolutely.
really nice.
I have the older version, but I really do like that new one. That's awesome. All right, Holly. Now, Holly probably spent 3 hours this morning, y'all, going through, and she only went through a third of her collection.
No, I kid you not. I actually did not get the memo. You must have put it in the email.
I didn't read the email.
I didn't even read the email. I literally clicked on the link this morning and didn't read it.
Well, I'm
So
we'll come back around.
no, I've got many. I've got them ready. I just grabbed a couple. But,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm sure all you need to do is just like put your arm out to the right, and
that's exactly right. Yeah, no, I had them. I have some cool ones here, and I'm having a hard time choosing.
We got to spread the love.
Actually, make Blair go first because I want to make sure that he doesn't have the same one because I know he does have the same one
first. All right.
He might want to.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, because I know you have the same figure. You would have gotten it.
I was a little torn as well because I really wanted to show off the amazing new custom figures from Citizen Birthday.
That's what I had. Yep. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not sure which one you're holding, but
we're doing this every week, so there'll be plenty of time.
There we go. Okay, yes. All right. That's what I thought.
The
the alien
Ripley
one?
and Kane
Yeah.
from Alien.
Oh my goodness.
And they're just so epic. I had to get them, and I'm so glad I was able to get them. Yeah, it's too good.
Yeah. Okay, I have another one though, and I'm so bummed because her hair is like dislodged. I'm so mad.
I know. I saw quite a few of them where they didn't make it connected in the package, so I got two because I needed one to have open and one to stay with my Xenomorph.
I might have to get it. If I can get another one, I may have to get another one now because that bums me out. They did the same thing with the Prince figure. Like I got a Prince for my husband, and the guitar like has cool printing on it, and it was like turned around. I'm like, what is going on with the quality control over there? Okay, so I'll show this one
Do
instead.
collectors not open the package and then it's irrelevant?
No, I mean the packaging is part of what makes it cool. But anyway, all right, I have another good one.
Figure out of the package the second I got it. I'm just saying. Although I did leave the Divine one in the package, because that was a super special one. But okay, Holly.
Okay, all right, this one's pretty good too.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Before Christmas.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh, good Lord.
I need that.
All right.
recent
Cara,
experiment.
what have you got for us today?
All right, so I'm showing off one of the ways I like to display my minifigs. So this is the 2011 Red Chrome VIP gift minifig.
Nice.
Now, and then if you know the minifig display boxes that Lego makes, they have these little 4x6 areas in them. What I like to do is make Photoshop backgrounds to put behind them, and so this is how this minifig is displayed in my collector's box.
Very cool.
So you'll be seeing more of these in the future.
Awesome. Okay, Moto, what you got? Oh yeah,
Brendan Carr.
Remember me, everybody. Remember me.
Ruh-roh.
Wow, I love her belt collar.
Her belt collar is beautiful.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Around. I don't know what happened to. I have one too, but I don't know what happened to him. It's eternal. Always hilarious.
Yep, never gets old.
All right.
Always by my side.
Patrick Wismer, scuba tar.
Yes, scuba tar. Yeah, I did mine. The one I did an elves, like an elves doll. So he had like the pointy ears and everything. I know Blair set the tone for that one a while ago during one of the streams, and we all had to jump in on that one. It's too good.
Well, you know one I have to do now. Pat Benatar.
Oh, wow.
I have to.
Wow.
She'll be awesome.
Do you? All right.
Well, thankfully now we have minifig centaur bodies too, so the possibilities have opened up greatly.
It's true. It's since then we've been gifted those amazing horse bodies in a couple colors, by the way. All right, you ready?
Oh, me?
That would be you.
Okay. Here, you hold up. I will.
Okay.
I will say. This is chosen because he is bright orange. This is Toramax from set 70222, The Legends of Chima, Toramax Shadow Blazer from 2015. This guy, according to the cartoons, is at least 1,000 years old. He's also known as Panthar, and his crossbow is called Taiga Fire. All right.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
That's Tormac. I had no idea. I just like him because he's orange.
Okay, so mine for today is Velma.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
There you go.
From 2015, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mansion 75904. And she has a scared and a kind of Mona Lisa smile.
Well, she only came in one set.
Yep.
Yep.
And
So
she-
she's
do it.
actually, we found
Whoops.
out, pretty valuable.
yeah, she's worth something like $80.
Oh
on
my
Bricks.
God.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got my whole little.
But
I
she's
only
really
have like
cool.
2 pieces of it.
See, I got these like in a special case. That's how much I love my Scooby-Doo figures.
Oh yeah, I love my Scooby-Doo
Nice.
minifigs. They're so good, and we actually
The
got
ones
that
too.
thanks to Maraid. Back when we were first doing the stream, before we even really knew Maraid, anytime I would be like, "Oh, it would be so cool to have," but like less than 24 hours later, I'd get an email from Maraid. Somebody is selling that thing you were looking for
Nice.
on Craigslist, and here it is. And that's how we ended up getting our Scooby-Doo Mystery Castle and that amazing Belleville haul that I did that was all in like pristine condition. Like that was pretty
That was epic. Yeah.
So speaking of figures, wow, the segues are just
Wow.
coming fast and furious today. Fred, why don't you tell us a little bit about your Funko Pop collection? I don't know if that's something that a lot of the rest of us here have a lot of. I've got 2. I have got, and this is so funny. This is so the dichotomy of me. One is Daryl from The Walking Dead, and the other one is Pee Wee Herman. So those are the 2.
You don't have the Leica ones. You don't have a.
I did.
I
Yeah,
need Daryl.
You have to pick your storage battles, and Lego has won the storage battle.
I understand. I understand.
We do have like a mini Deadpool one. But anyway, so Fred, tell us a little bit about your epic collection there.
Sure. Now this is, well, I mean, at least what you see on camera most of the time, like right now or on Twitch, is half of this kind of reading nook of Funko Pops. If I collected every kind of fandom that I dabble in, I would have way more than this, but I've only narrowed it down to Marvel and Star Wars. So what you're seeing a majority of on screen is Marvel, and all the Star Wars stuff is actually from this point over. So see, my hand is not it's like my fingers aren't even in frame, but that point on is all the Star Wars stuff. So it's only Star Wars and Marvel. It's not necessarily where I specifically go for the really rare ones or the ones that cost a bunch or what have you. It's mainly just characters that I just really love. For example, like one of the most recent pickups from Marvel. Which,
oh my God, my heart. When you went to grab that, I thought all the other ones were stacked on top of it, and I was just waiting.
waiting for all of it to just let me pull a magic trick here. Yeah, no, this one was near the top because of how recent I picked this one up.
Yeah.
So
I
that's a
love
really
Wanda.
fun one. Absolutely, and this particular, and just the pose in which Wanda is in. I mean, spoiler alert. If you guys haven't seen it, in the last kind of frame of what we see of WandaVision, that's what we have there.
Oh no, I'm obsessed with WandaVision. I've watched the series through fully twice, and
It's so good.
yeah, like and certain episodes more than twice, maybe. Yeah, epic show.
Maybe.
Epic show.
Do you ever take those out of the packages?
There are some that are out of its package. I know at my desk at work, I have a couple of Star Wars ones that I have out just just to save space there on my desk. But I mean, as far as saving space here within this reading nook, it's almost easier to store them and stack them, in these boxes than it is to take them out. I feel like if I had a proper display case, I would love to take them out. I'm definitely not one of those who's like, it has to stay in the box. It's not like I'm going to resell these things. These are my, these are my things to enjoy, right? But no, it's for the most part they stay in box just mainly because it's easier to display in this way. So.
There was one that I wanted so bad, and I saw a picture of it, but I could never find it in the store. And it was Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. They made one, and I could not find it anywhere. I found all the other characters. I'm sure it probably sold out like the minute it hit the shelf, because what a classic.
That's the one I would want to.
Yeah, I was really very sad about that.
Yeah, the only ones I have are the Leica ones. There are ones for Paw Patrols and Kubo. And is that it? I think I'm trying to remember if they made them for Missing Link or not. I can't remember. But anyway, there's some Leica Funko Pops out there. And then randomly we have the ones for the cereal, like the Count Chocula and the I don't know why. Like we were in a store, I just avoid buying Funko Pops, but for whatever reason I saw those and they were just random enough that I was like they don't have. It's not really It's not like you have 3 and you've collected them all and you still couldn't even get the 3rd one. So it was like.
Which one was tough? Boo Berry or Franken?
I think it was Boo Berry was the one that we couldn't find. Yeah.
What, and did you find the lost flavors too? Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute?
I don't think they made those, but I could be wrong. I'm not up on my Funko Pops, but whatever.
Well, I gotta say those were
Yummy Mummy.
I loved Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute was my favorite, and actually was my like internet nom de plume for a really long time. Was Fruit Brute. Back in the day when I was writing about video games.
The stuff we learn.
I know. Man, they're glitchy today.
What was that?
I said you guys are a little glitchy today. Froze for just a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
We actually did freeze for a second.
It's because it's because whenever I try to
Oh, did it do it again?
I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so I have got here some Star Wars trivia questions.
Ooh.
And they're not I gotta say, I just pulled them off the internet because I'm that lazy. But
resourceful, because you're that resourceful.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling and if Holly had actually read the email, she would have seen that I asked everybody to see if they might have a Star Wars trivia question to ask, because I know Holly knows at least. Holly and her husband, especially your husband, knows a lot
about my husband. Yeah.
About Star Wars, so that they might have some sort of a little bit harder questions than one. I love this one. Okay, this is the internet Star Wars. This is the internet version of Star Wars trivia questions. Who is Luke and Leia's father? Come on.
Spoiler alert.
Fired. Okay.
And Darth Vader is not a correct answer.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's not Darth Vader.
Well, okay. So here's some
it's George Lucas.
Weird.
Not wrong.
Have a little bit. This one seems to have a little bit more difficult questions than this first one, but we're going to start off with an easy one. All right, Fred. What year did the first Star Wars movie come out? And no, Richard and I were not sitting in the theater when it premiered. Okay, yes, we were.
In 77.
1977. Very
77.
good. 1977.
I was such an uncool kid. I saw Empire Strikes Back before I saw the original, A New Hope.
I did too. Because because I wasn't born yet when the first one came out, and then when the second. Sorry, I knew I was going to get an eye roll. But
I think they just heard that eye roll in Europe. Like that was, yeah.
So when the second one
I
came
saw
out, the
Jaws
second
2
one was like we had, and it may have been much later. Like I don't think I saw the Star Wars movies like when they were like fresh. The first time I saw Star Wars was on like a bootleg like VHS that my dad had of Empire. Was my first Star Wars experience. Yep.
Trying to adjust the tracking.
Yeah. I think we still have it too. I think we still have that VHS tape. We should try watching it.
Okay, so here we go. This is another old school one. How many languages is C-3PO fluent in?
It's a good one.
I would find that
That's
a tough
good
one.
He says it. He says it in the very first movie. And
Yeah, it's a line.
Yeah, it is a line.
I feel like Eric should be. I need to phone a friend. Hang on a second.
Wow.
Right?
I didn't think I would stump y'all like this early on.
No.
I know this only because I Googled Star Wars trivia earlier this morning.
Now, surprisingly, I knew the answer to this one already, but because I was super into see. Okay, I was.
Wait, he's coming. Hang on a second. I think he's
This
coming.
is how you know I was a gay kid growing up, because like my brothers all wanted to be Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, and I wanted to be C-3PO when we played Star Wars.
You wanted to be C-3PO?
I'll be the gay robot, guys.
Wait, so how many languages does 3PO speak?
Over something million.
Yep.
I just can't remember the number.
I want to say million. I was going to say
How many?
I
it wasn't
was
like
like
trillion
8
or
million.
billion. It was
Over 3
something
million?
million.
Does he say over 3 million, or does he actually say?
Over 3.
Yeah, he says over 3 million.
Okay, well, according to the internet, it is over 6 million.
6 million.
6
All right, you're
million.
fired.
I was going to say 4. I was going to say 4
Grammatically,
million.
that was pretty close.
Yeah, well, it's, I mean, you get the grammar that everyone got was correct. It was just the number.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good one. I mean, I have a feeling you'll know this one pretty quick.
I like this.
From what I understand, the actor who played this role had a hand in choosing this particular thing. What color is Mace Windu's
Purple.
lightsaber?
It's purple.
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 Exactly.
I got it out before he was able to.
Apparently, well, I mean, the thing that I read said that he had a hand in picking it out because he wanted to make sure that when there was a large battle scene that people would know where his character was.
Mhm.
So that's how he got the purple lightsaber, which
That
I
makes
thought was
sense.
And it worked.
cool.
It did.
Now I know
That hilt is pretty
Brett's gonna know
fabulous,
this
too.
one.
Yeah, all
Maybe
shiny
one that
gold.
your non people, because we just all say it all the time. What does AT-AT stand for, Fred?
All terrain. Oh, jeez. All terrain. Wow, I know. I'm ashamed of myself. I haven't had my coffee,
Assault
I guess.
transport.
That's it. Assault transport.
No,
gosh, it
armored.
is-
Armored.
Armored transport.
Oh, right. It was
Armored
armored.
transport.
It's armored.
I even knew that one.
The blasters can't get through that armor. We'll have to find another way.
I was half two for 4.
Okay, here's another. Now this one's tough, and this is another one like you're gonna have to remember the line.
Eric wants to know if you know what ATST stands for.
I was just trying
That's-
to figure that out.
Okay, so what does ATST stand for? All terrain
That one's scout transport.
shooty vehicle?
Claire got it.
Shooty transport.
Shooty transport? I think
It's Imperial for Chicken Walker.
It's
Okay,
right.
what was it, Blair?
It's scout transport.
Scout transport. There you go.
Here,
like
can I do one?
transport.
Can I do one? I have a fun one.
Yeah, sure.
I'm all about the concept art. Let's hope that it doesn't blow out. But can you identify? Oh, hold on.
See it.
This vehicle from the concept art.
Oh, it's
Oh no,
totally
now it's
down.
way too bright. Hold on.
Yeah, it's
Let me
hard.
turn off my big lamp.
Tentive 4.
Hey, Dan Keys, how's it going?
Hey, Dan. All right, let's
Can
see.
you identify this vehicle from the concept art? I'm going to move it so you can't see any of the letters.
The Falcon or the Tentive 4?
It's the
I don't think
Falcon.
that's- Is
Yeah,
it? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think-
Falcon?
It
Yeah, I was gonna say-
It only had the one design that was rounded, and then that's the one they went with.
All right, here's another tough one. It's numbers and it's in a line and it's C-3PO again. What odds does C-3PO give Han for successfully navigating the asteroid field?
It's a 4-digit number.
Yeah.
I want to say 5,301.
You're really close.
It was close.
Oh, he froze again. Give me a second.
I thought
Well,
the
no,
last
did.
digit was
You
64.
froze, Flynn.
Oh no.
That's a really hard one.
That was a hard one, but I'm
You
just
froze. What was the answer?
3,720 to 1. This is
Oh.
according to the internet.
Close.
So there you go. Let's see. What else have we got?
Oh no, that's too hard.
Oh, I have one that I want to ask, but I don't know how to ask the question the right way that you'll get it right because. Well, no, because I know the answer, but I don't know which movie it's from, so I don't want to say it wrong. Like, because I know it's not. Who was?
Just give us the question.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
well, I love that one.
Okay, what species is Yoda?
Froglin.
Lucas intentionally said there is no species for Yoda.
After it was already revealed that it was called Froglin, they redacted it. They walked back on that one.
Controversy.
We're getting a deep
Wow.
dive here. We're getting a deep dive. Oh my goodness.
How
Okay.
about those Yoda concepts?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You've got the ILM book. I've had that. It's a nice book.
Ooh.
Show us that again.
Very Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
He used to be a gnome.
Right?
Looks like a troll to me.
Yeah.
A troll I am not. That is the dark side. The dark side, that is.
Okay.
Have I told you my fan theory?
Oh yes. We must have a question.
Okay,
about this
who?
one.
Yes. All right. So, who is? I don't know why my friends and I joke about this all the time. Who is the lead singer for the Max Rebo band?
Sice
Oh,
Noodles.
what was her name?
Yay!
I love Sice Noodles in the Max Rebo band. Oh my gosh, they're like the best.
Slice Noodles. Do you have all their records?
No, but I did have the vintage Kenner figures for a while. Those were fun, but I downsized.
Okay, speaking of Kenner figures, this leads to this one, and I'll tell you why. Now, this is probably a hard one, I think. I would never know this one, but what creature lives in the garbage compactor
Oh, I know that
of the
one.
original Death Star?
I know that one.
Oh, okay, Holly.
Go for
Oh,
it.
Dianoga.
Yes, it is a Dianoga.
Yeah.
And so the thing with the Kenner figures is when I was a kid, my friend had the Death Star playset, and there was a trash compactor area where you turned like a handle and it made the wall screwed in. It made the
Do we have the
wall,
book?
and it
Yeah,
was like
we have it.
little foam. It had like little foam garbage that came with it, and then there was like the creature was in there as well. So there you go.
Yeah, I actually bought a Star Wars Celebration. I got like a giant size like replica of the original Kenner like type. Here you go.
Oh, and Fabufan MKE and
There you go.
Hooded one called that as
Oh
well.
my goodness.
Whoa.
Things from the crypt, y'all.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
that's awesome.
Got it. Oh.
There he is, down there.
Yep. Yep.
That is so cool.
Wow, that is incredible.
That's a pretty cool C-3PO too.
Okay, and so we're gonna do one last one, and it's appropriately like a sort of like a final question.
Uh-oh.
What were Darth Vader's last words to Luke Skywalker?
I know.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Yes.
Tell your sister she was right. No? Did I miss it?
Now, according to the internet, you're close, but
Oh.
maybe the internet's wrong. But I don't know. The internet's always right.
Uh-huh.
It says you were right,
Oh.
but
Oh.
maybe you are correct, and it is she is right. I'm sure that there somebody out there will tell us if we were wrong or not. But
It could be tell your sister you were right. You know.
Shane says she was right.
Everybody's running over to their unused DVDs right now.
Yep.
Putting
Right.
them in the player.
The line was probably changed.
Could have been.
They have
I have
changed.
to start playing my
Far too many
despecialized edition to go back to the OG.
And unfortunately, when you go to the DVD collection and you try and open up the case for that movie, it's got one of the 17 versions of Pirates of the Caribbean in it.
All right, friends. Well, we're getting close to the end here, so I want to one more time put it out to you to please vote in our poll for what our next challenge is going to be. We are going to be voting on that. We are going now back to our 2-week challenge format. We kind of jumped off of that for that Disney challenge. And thanks again, everybody, so much for all of your work. Everybody who did stuff for that Disney challenge, they were all amazing. Just like really, really well done. And I wanted to also talk about, while people are putting their last votes in, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that we've got coming up very soon, which we're excited about. So this Wednesday, we are starting a new feature. It's another new feature for season 2. We're going to be doing a community spotlight show, and it's going to be a little bit more like a morning TV talk show. We're going to, instead of having
We don't have a
guests,
couch next to us, but imagine there's like seats next to it.
instead of having all the guests on at one time, we're actually going to have guests on, sort of like one guest will come on and talk for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll do something else, and then another guest will come on and talk. So we're hoping, now that we're down to 3 days a week, we don't have as a lot of time. And I don't know, one of the things that we've been,
right?
one of the things we've been trying to do from the beginning is build community and focus on people in our community. And with only 3 days a week, and one of them being mostly taken up by the slideshows that we do for the challenges, and then the Sunday shows is having the we've only got 1 day to play with. So we're probably looking at maybe like once or twice a month we're going to be doing this with 3 or 4 guests each episode. So our first having Alexander 23, one of our, and he's going to talk about how he is a Lego sorting robot. I'm completely convinced that this is a thing.
I have a job for that guy.
Brickanista and Debo Bricks on to talk about their rebrick challenges that they've been doing. And we're going to have on community member Aubrey Kovach, who's been a long-term viewer and also helps out with Tricky Lug stuff. So we're going to be having her on as well. So that'll all be on Wednesday in our new morning talk show format. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to
Community
that.
member
That's awesome.
spotlight.
Exactly. Community member spotlight. All right. It looks like the last votes are coming in, and this will, so this Friday, while we're waiting on that, this Friday, we are going to be doing the second installment of our work in progress workshop. So if you have something that you're working on, a mock that you would like some friendly, safe, constructive criticism about or help along with, you can send that in. And I'm hoping our Queen of Links will put the link to the form up in there where you can upload your pictures. And if you were present for the last one, you'll know that it was, I think, really helpful for the builders. I did get feedback from the builders afterwards who really, really appreciated the feedback. It was a very, very safe, very friendly, very constructive environment. So if, don't feel nervous about sending your stuff in. I know a lot of people don't like to do work in progress things. Right.
This just in. I'm sorry. We had a bit of very good news from Minifig Chick.
What's that?
What is it?
My Looney Tunes are out for delivery.
Yay! That's always a good one. And on a Sunday, too. Very good.
I know, right?
So the next, and then also on Friday, I'm going to start teasing this now, but Yano River Blue has been working on a project, and I've been helping.
Okay,
So,
lean in close, everyone.
and I've been helping, and it's going to be we're going to be premiering it on Friday's show, and that's all I'm going to say. But it's going to be very exciting. So make sure that you tune in on Wednesday for our community spotlight, community member spotlight, and then also on Friday for the big reveal. I think you're going to be really excited. I know I am super excited about this. So, Fred, do you want to tell us what's coming up on your channel?
Yeah. Well, we're continuing through This is the May, as we've coined it on the Twitch channel. Been featuring mostly Star Wars Lego sets. So we'll be powering through that and ending with the big R2 set. So if that was something that you guys cared to see be built, that's going to be featured there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's always a new fun adventure with the Noodoh house. All sorts of different sets in that much. But that's basically what we've got. The big year Twitch anniversary is coming up in August. So I'm looking to do something big, maybe some kind of huge long marathon of a stream or something like that. We'll see with that. So
Fun.
that's it.
Very cool. All right. And has anybody else got any projects that they're working on or coming up that you want to talk about? Hey, actually, Cara, can you talk a little bit about the Tricky Lug Let's Go Camping collaboration?
Yeah, I'd love
and,
to.
Due dates for that and all that good stuff?
Yep. So for Bricks by the Bay, which is our local lug, Flynn's and Richard's and mine, we are heavy participants in the convention, Bricks by the Bay. It's in June 18, 19, and 20. And it's only $5 to register if you want. But Tricky Lug, in particular, we're doing a big collaborative display build called Let's Go Camping. And it's any camping type mock you want to make. We're asking if you could include a campfire. That's kind of our little sort of like signature bit that ties everything together, but it can be anything from glamping to camping on the moon to camping underwater to anything like that. And there are already a few submissions that have been sent to Bricks by the Bay. We have our own theme. So if you want to just enter the Tricky Lug Let's Go Camping theme, that is an option when you submit a mock. You can also submit it via, if you don't have to attend Bricks by the Bay to participate if you're part of Tricky Lug. We have a form where you can submit your Let's Go Camping mock to us, and we will upload it as part of our group collaborative build. And if you want more information on that, if you want to participate, send me an email to trickylug@gmail.com, and I will get you all the information you need, or just email me if you have questions, anything like that. And then also at Bricks by the Bay, I will be moderating a Lego Masters roundtable. We're going to have a bunch of folks from both season 1 and season 2. So some old favorites, some new favorites, people you probably know already. So, if you want to see that, come check that out. And then the other thing I'm doing for Bricks by the Bay is called Women and Girls Who Inspire. And it's supported by the Women's Brick Initiative. Myself and Gwyneth Cosbial are going to be moderating this, and it's going to be an hour-long talk about mocks. We want you to make mocks about a woman or girl who has inspired you, whether in your life, your art, your Lego building, just something like that. And I also got them to add that as a theme. So if you have...
And anyone can build, right?
Anyone can do this. This is open to absolutely everybody, all ages, any gender identity, absolutely everybody. And
does it have to be a build of the person or a build that's just related to the person that inspires you?
It's something that represents the person who inspires you.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, we're going to have an hour-long Zoom just chat about, and we're going to showcase some of these builds and talk about the women who have inspired you. And there may even be a door prize or two. So,
Awesome. And actually, on
and
that,
thank you, Dan.
On that tip, and we'll be talking more about this later, but Richard and I will actually be hosting the LGBTQ. For that.
Frozen. Do that again.
You froze again. Say it again.
Seriously?
We
Yeah.
froze halfway through the alphabet.
Okay, I was saying Richard and I will be hosting the LGBTQIA meetup at Bricks by the Bay this year. So if
Always
you're
fun.
coming out with that, and we'll be giving information out about that later. And also to
allies welcome.
Yes. So just the other thing to remember is I hope that you are all going out and buying your Liz poly bags when you see them, because we will be having the Liz seed part challenge coming up very soon. So just remember that. And also Brickworm did mention that she's doing another quilt squares collaboration. I almost said conglomeration, which is kind of also, but
You're not wrong.
collaboration.
Wow, so much to do.
Yeah, so there is, and also I put in a link to our link tree in the chat, and there is a link to our Discord server. So if you are 18 and or older, and you can actually find out a lot about these challenges and collaborations and just talk with other Tricky Lug people around, and you can find out about that. So yes, summer quilt squares. So that is the theme of the quilt this time. Let me
lots of
see.
building.
Yes, lots of building, lots and lots of building. Also, don't forget, later today, I believe from 3 to 5 Pacific time, Brick Huntress is going to be doing the results of her Let's Build a Mosaic challenge on Instagram. And while she is doing that show, she is also going to be helping raise funds for Travis's Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation campaign. So definitely go and check that out. There's going to be a lot of people showing off their cool mosaics over there. My goodness, did I remember everything? I'm just like, okay, have I gotten all the things? There's so many things.
Julie, the cruise director.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yes, it was all that. We found that out, and the other thing, and the other thing. All right, well, I think that, excuse me. Thank you, everybody, so much for Fred, so much for coming on and being a big part of this. Now, I do have the results of our next challenge theme in a landslide, if you will. The theme is Wheels, Wheels, Wheels. Build a mock that incorporates wheels. That is any time that you want to do that. So please do, please do.
And that's a
build something that's a 2-week challenge. Oh, that's right. I had picked up you ever pick up your phone and then forget why you picked it up?
Yeah.
No. Maybe
Oh,
just
no, never.
people.
It told you to pick it up.
It told me to pick it up. Yes, no. So that will be due on Thursday, the 27th. That will be due. Your 2-week challenge, Wheels, 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 will be due on the 27th at 5 p.m. to be shown on the 28th.
And if you want to submit a mock either for that challenge or something else you're working on for the work in progress showing, that's next week.
Yes, that is next week. So if there is, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And yes, Brickanese and Debo Bricks will be on this afternoon at 1 p.m. doing their Rebrick Challenge, which they're going to talk some more about those challenges when we see them on Wednesday. So don't forget, tune in Wednesday for our new feature, the community
Spotlight.
community person, people, community member spotlight. I'm just gonna, all right, bye.
See, that's why he makes these graphics, because then you just press the button.
Yeah, but I can't do that on this one. But so, community. Hey, Jen is here from Brick Fam Builds. Hey, Jen. So tune in Wednesday for the community member spotlight. I'm gonna go all NPR now on the community member spotlight, and then on Friday for our work in progress workshop and Yano River Blues' big reveal of her new project. And I have been Flynn DeMarco, filling in for Flynn DeMarco, who is on vacation with Flynn DeMarco. With the help of viewers like you. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We appreciate it. And don't forget, until next time, which will be also, don't forget, I'll be on Twitch on Tuesday. Don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get that vaccine as soon as you possibly can, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.